channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. Today we are talking about kind of like a morning routine, but I wanted to focus on the 6 things that I do every single morning that help me feel my best, that help me stay productive, that help me get really energized. And my hope is that you can maybe take all 6, maybe take 1 or 2, add them into your days and feel awesome as well. So I don't really think that this video needs much intro other than that. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the very first thing I do every single day is drink water. I've talked about this a lot on not only the channel, but also the blog and how important hydration is for our overall health. In fact, 73% of us are chronically dehydrated. So if you think about when you're sleeping, you're typically sleeping between 6, 8, maybe 10 hours if you're lucky, and you aren't drinking anything during that time. So when you wake up, you haven't had a drink for that long period of time, which means you're dehydrated. So it's really important to wake up and drink water. I aim to drink a whole full water bottle, which for me is a 20-ounce water bottle. I always have filtered water next to my bed. I actually don't really drink during the night at all, but I'll take my water bottle with me in the kitchen when I go feed Trevi, and I'll drink that full water bottle, or I'll pour a glass of water for myself. And I always use filtered water here. If you have digestion things, then you can think about adding lemon to it maybe, or you could add mint. You could also add ginger, and you could also use room temperature water if that is easier on your system. So some of the benefits of drinking water: first thing, you're rehydrating yourself. Number 2, you're kickstarting your metabolism. And number 3, you're kickstarting digestion, which leads me into the next thing. So the second thing that I do every single morning is make sure that I give myself time to go to the bathroom. And it's really important to let your digestive system kind of do its thing in the morning so that you can eliminate some of the waste. And if you aren't somebody that goes to the bathroom in the morning, I recommend trying to train yourself to get into that habit, because it's really, really great. And I personally find that it really helps with de-bloating during the day. So I recommend that the water is first thing, because that can really kind of start things going, get things moving, if you know what I mean. And then give yourself like 10, 15 minutes if you need it to sit on the toilet and do your business. I will read my book sometimes. Sometimes I'll just scroll through Instagram. This is probably TMI, but hey, take the time because it's really important, and it's a great way to make your body feel really great and get ready for the day ahead. The third thing I do is make my bed. I find that it's really important for me to just like have a clean space when I wake up. So I'll do my stuff in the kitchen and the bathroom, and then I'll go get ready for my walk with Trevi, which is tip number 4. But before I do that, I make the bed. And I always just feel so much better when I have a clean space. It feels organized to me. It's like clear space, clear mind. I think that's the saying. And I truly believe that. So I really recommend getting in the habit of making your bed if you are not somebody that does that already. Then the 4th thing that I do every single day is I go outside. And of course, I have the benefit of having a dog, so she forces me to go outside every day. But even if you don't have a dog, getting fresh air first thing in the morning is incredible. Like, it instantly wakes me up. I feel so connected to my day because I have time to like spend it in nature, go to the park, I breathe fresh air. Usually now that it's summer, I get sunshine, and I just feel so much more energized and ready for the day. I think back to the times when I didn't have Trevi and I didn't used to go out first thing in the morning, and I just would really struggle by feeling kind of lethargic. I wouldn't feel energized. I wouldn't feel like woken up, basically. So getting outside, even if it's just a 10-15 minute walk, will make you feel so good. And I really recommend going unplugged if possible, meaning don't bring your phone, don't check your email, don't like put yourself into the mindset of getting ready for the day. Take the time in the morning to go outside and really connect, and it will really help you feel grounded and ready to dive into the day ahead. The 5th thing that I do is I move my body. So I like to work out in the morning. I sometimes take classes at night, but if I do take a class at night, I'll still do something short in the morning at home. And I find that if I work out in the morning and get my blood pumping, whether it's a cardio session, maybe it's a SoulCycle class, maybe it's a yoga class, maybe it's just a simple at-home workout, I'll link some of my favorites down below for you. I feel so good. You guys, like, I honestly, even if I don't feel like working out, if I force myself to, force is kind of the wrong word, but if I essentially make myself do a workout at home or go to a yoga class, I end up having such a better day. I have more energy, I'm more focused, I'm more productive, and I just have like the endorphins kind of coursing through my body all day, and it really, really helps. I personally don't exercise to like lose weight or look a certain way or be skinny. I exercise so that I can feel strong and so that I can get my endorphins up, because I know how beneficial those happy things are inside of your body, because they make you feel so good. And like the saying goes, you never regret a workout. And then the last thing that I do every single morning is have a nourishing meal with a side of matcha, of course. So breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, and I am somebody that believes in having breakfast. I know that intermittent fasting is like this big thing right now, but I personally love breakfast, so I'm gonna keep eating breakfast. And I make sure that my breakfast is something that's really nourishing and mineral and vitamin rich. So what that is honestly why I love smoothies, because you can pack so much into one bowl or glass. I always use greens, I use cauliflower or zucchini, so I'm getting a ton of vegetables. I use some fruit, I use a nut butter, so I'm getting in healthy fats. I have protein powder, so I have protein. And I essentially think of my smoothie bowls as like eating a sweet salad for breakfast, which everybody knows salad's good for you, so like why not have it for breakfast? If you're not a smoothie bowl person or a smoothie person, that's totally fine. You can absolutely include other things, like if you aren't vegan, eggs are a great option, oatmeal is a great option. I just really recommend that if you are focusing on creating a really nutrient-dense breakfast, that you don't go too heavy on the carb side, which is why I actually personally don't eat a lot of oatmeal, because it's really carb heavy for me. You want to make sure that your breakfast is something that is balanced with healthy fats, healthy proteins, and then carbohydrates and fiber. So oatmeal is great because it is a lot of fiber, but also make sure that you're stirring in a nut butter. Maybe you're using some hemp seeds for protein. Maybe you're stirring in a protein powder. So you're really eating something more than just carbs or oatmeal. So if you guys have any questions about like building a balanced meal or anything like that, let me know in the comments, because I have my own personal views on it and I'm happy to share if you guys have questions. So that essentially does it. That is the 6 things that I do every single morning, and I truly believe that they really help me feel my best. I feel so productive, I feel focused, I feel energized, and I think it's what helps me run my business successfully, but also just like be a successful human in general in this world. So if you guys have any thoughts, questions, comments, anything like that, make sure to use the description box down below. And I also link to my full morning routine video, which kind of like walks you through this video, but this one I wanted to describe why I do the things that I do. So these are kind of like a similar video, but they're different. So you can check that down below, and I'll also write out all of the different steps that I take, so you can just find that in the description box below as well. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button that is right below this video. If you aren't yet part of our community, I'll give you a little backstory. We do 2 videos every single week. One is always dedicated to food, and one is sometimes food, sometimes lifestyle, like we have today. So there's tons of content that is always coming out, but there's also hundreds. I think we have over 200 videos now in the archive that you can binge watch if your heart desires. So definitely make sure to join our community if you're not yet part of it. Tap that red button right below. And actually, the last thing that I want to say before I go, if you have any requests for videos that you want me to make, I would love, especially content that you're interested in that is in more of the lifestyle or health and wellness side of things. I know that you guys love the food, but I am trying to kind of share more of my healthy living advice. So if there are specific topics that you want me to cover, if you have specific questions about how I live my life or certain habits that I have or anything like that, working from home, maybe building a business, whatever it is, definitely make sure to drop those down below so that I can create a list of things to create for you. I want to make sure that I'm creating videos that you want to watch. So that's always my goal. Thank you in advance. And otherwise, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.